It's one of the great ironies of modern life, isn't it? We spend all day trading our energy for a paycheck, dreaming of the free time that awaits. Yet, when that time finally arrives, we're too exhausted to use it. We squander it on a digital haze, random videos, and the quiet guilt of another evening missed. If this pattern feels familiar, you are not alone. It's the default setting for most of us. The solution is not another set of rigid military-style rules. It's not about forcing yourself into an unrealistic routine. The solution lies in strategy. It's about embracing proven systems that work with your natural energy, not against it. In this guide, we're not just going to talk about habits, we're going to install 8 interconnected systems into your life. These are small, powerful changes designed to help you reclaim your evenings and turn them from a period of passive recovery into the most strategic and fulfilling part of your day. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The architecture of your evening. We need to completely reframe how we see our evenings. Most people see their evenings as a block of time, a set number of hours. This is a fatal flaw. Your evening is not a quantity of time, it is a quality of energy. Let's architect a better structure with 4 simple strategies. First, the shutdown ritual. The transition from work life to home life is the most critical moment of your day, yet most of us just stumble across that finish line. When your workday is done, don't just close your laptop, stand up. Take 3 deep, deliberate breaths, and then consciously and physically close the lid. This tiny act is a powerful psychological trigger. It's a state change for your brain, signaling that work mode is offline. Second, the 90-minute evening block system. Your brain naturally operates in 90-minute ultradian rhythms. Stop seeing your evening as one giant, overwhelming 4-hour block. Instead, divide it into strategic power blocks. Block 1 is for recovery. The moment you're done with work, your energy is at its lowest. This first block is for pure decompression. No big decisions, no planning, just a walk, music, or quiet. It's a strategic recharge. Block 2 is for growth. As your energy naturally returns, this is the time for something that moves you forward, like learning a skill, exercise, or a meaningful hobby. And block 3 is for connection. Now, with your energy balanced, you're primed for quality engagement with family, friends, or your partner. You're present, not just physically there. Third, reverse scheduling. We plan our days forward, but our evenings backward. This is a strategic error. Your evening dictates the quality of your morning. Start by setting your non-negotiable bedtime, then structure your evening blocks backward from there. This ensures rest and recovery aren't just an afterthought, they are the foundation. And fourth, the 2-minute reset. Every time you transition between blocks, from recovery to growth for instance, take just 2 minutes to physically reset your space. Put away the book, get out the yoga mat, tidy the kitchen counter. These small environmental shifts create profound psychological shifts. They are the punctuation marks of a well-designed evening. Chapter 2. Digital Wellness by Design. An intelligently designed evening requires firm digital boundaries. Your devices are energy vampires, silently draining your focus and potential. The goal is not to abandon technology, but to bend it to your will, to turn it from an evening destroyer into an evening enhancer. Try this experiment. App mortality. Every evening for a week, delete one non-essential, time-wasting app from your phone. You can always reinstall it tomorrow if you panic. But here's what you'll find. 90% of the time, you won't even miss it. You'll realize it was just digital clutter. Next, and this is non-negotiable, the analog hour. At least 1 hour before bed, all your devices go to sleep. But here's the crucial step most people miss. They must physically sleep in another room. This one act transforms your bedroom from a satellite office and entertainment hub into a true sanctuary for rest. Let's talk about screen-life separation. You must create physical friction between you and your screens. Keep your main phone charger in the kitchen. Store your work laptop in a drawer, out of sight. Buy a real alarm clock so your phone doesn't have an excuse to be by your bed. Each of these small changes is another brick in the fortress around your evening peace. Digital minimalism isn't about becoming a Luddite, it's about being a curator. Intentionally choose 3 apps that genuinely serve your evening: a meditation app, a Kindle reader, a music player. Recognize everything else for what it is: digital noise trying to steal your most valuable asset, your attention. Chapter 3: The Psychology of Transformation. With your digital world managed, we now turn to the control room, your mind. There are a few psychological techniques that are profoundly effective. Implement digital sunset protocols. Your brain has a fatal flaw. It can't tell the difference between the blue light from your screen and the light from the midday sun. Staring at your phone late at night is like telling your brain it's high noon, completely wrecking your natural sleep cycle. It's not just about when you look at your screens, but how you consciously transition away from them into the warm, dim light of evening. Design your evening sanctuary. Your environment is constantly sending subconscious signals to your brain. Transform your living space into a place that signals calm and transition. Use dim, warm lighting. Introduce soft textures like blankets or cushions. Create a space that feels like a psychological exhale. Practice future self journaling. Each evening, take 5 minutes to write a short note to your morning self. But here's the strategic key. Don't write a to-do list. Write about how you want to feel tomorrow morning. I want to feel calm, focused, and energized. Your brain is a remarkably powerful problem-solving machine. Giving it an emotional target allows it to subconsciously reverse engineer the path to achieve that feeling while you sleep. And finally, decision elimination. Your decision-making ability is like a muscle. By evening, it's exhausted. You have a finite amount of good decisions in you each day. Don't waste them. Automate and eliminate every choice you can. Lay out tomorrow's clothes, pre-plan your breakfast, set up your morning workspace. Every decision you remove from your evening is a victory for your morning. Chapter 4: The Intelligence of Your Emotions. Your emotions are not obstacles to be managed. They are signals to be understood. In the quiet of the evening, these signals can become your most powerful tool for growth. Integrate micro-meditation moments. You don't need to sit on a cushion for 30 minutes. Weave small moments of awareness into your existing routines. When you sip your tea, just feel its warmth for 10 seconds. When you sit on the couch, just notice the points of contact between your body and the cushions. When a stressful feeling arises, simply name it in your mind. This is anxiety. The simple act of naming an emotion has been shown to reduce its power over you by up to 40%. Practice present moment anchoring. Choose 3 mundane evening activities like brushing your teeth, washing dishes, or folding laundry, and transform them into mindfulness anchors. Instead of rushing through them while your mind is somewhere else, use them as a 2-minute training ground for being fully present. And start emotional energy tracking. Just like your physical energy, your emotions follow patterns. For just 2 weeks, get a small notebook and 3 times each evening, simply rate your overall emotional energy on a scale from 1 to 10. You will quickly begin to see your emotional rhythms as clearly as your daily schedule, noticing what drains you and what energizes you. And conduct a nightly emotional audit. Before bed, ask yourself 3 simple questions and answer with just 1 or 2 words. What energized me today? What drained me? What surprised me? This simple acknowledgement builds profound self-awareness over time. Chapter 5: Social Dynamics and Energy Management. Your social energy is just as real and just as finite as your physical energy. Mastering your social dynamics is about designing an evening that fills you up rather than drains you down. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about being pro-recharge. First, you need to practice social battery management. Think of your social battery exactly like your phone's. Some interactions are like plugging into a fast charger. a deep conversation with a close friend, for example. Others are like running 10 apps at once in the background. Think loud parties or obligatory gatherings. Recognize which activities charge your unique battery and which ones drain it. There's no right or wrong, only what's true for you. Next, strategically identify your evening tribe. In our hyper-connected world, we often spread our social energy thinly across dozens of acquaintances. A better strategy is to focus your prime evening connection time on 3 to 5 deep relationships. Your tribe consists of people who energize you, people who understand your need for both connection and solitude. It's also critical to conduct an energy vampire audit. Now let's be clear, an energy vampire isn't a bad person. They're simply someone whose energy patterns and communication style consistently clash with yours, leaving you feeling depleted. Start to notice, without judgment, which social interactions leave you feeling tired versus energized. Once you have this data, you can be strategic, timing your interactions for when your own energy is highest. Finally, implement a social recharge protocol. This is a simple but powerful rule. For every hour of social interaction, intentionally plan for at least 15 minutes of quiet time afterward. This isn't empty time, it's a cool-down period. It's when your mind processes the interaction and your battery recharges. Meaningful connection is a form of productivity. It boosts creativity, problem-solving, and resilience. But being selective with your social energy isn't selfish, it's sustainable. Chapter 6. The Architecture of Habit Formation. Building better evening habits is not about brute force. It's not about willpower. It's about becoming an architect of your own behavior. It's about designing small, powerful actions that naturally and almost effortlessly transform your life. Master the technique of micro-habit stacking. Instead of trying to force one massive, overwhelming habit, like keep the house tidy, stack tiny individual habits together in a natural sequence. A habit should take less than 30 seconds. For example, the moment you walk in the door, your first micro-habit is to hang your keys on the hook. The next is to take off your shoes. The next is to put your coat in the closet. Each one is laughably easy on its own, but stacked together, they create a powerful automatic sequence that results in a tidy entranceway every single day. Every successful evening routine is built around a keystone habit. A keystone habit is the first domino. It's one simple, non-negotiable act that signals to your brain that the evening transformation has begun. For many, this can be as simple as making a specific cup of tea. For others, it's changing out of their work clothes. Once this first easy domino falls, the rest of the chain reaction follows naturally. To keep things fresh, create a hobby wheel. Trying to stick to one new hobby every single night can lead to boredom and stagnation. Instead, create a rotating wheel of 4 different enjoyable activities. For example, Monday is for reading, Tuesday is for drawing, Wednesday is for music, Thursday is for crafts. Variety keeps your brain engaged and prevents your growth block from feeling like a chore. And most importantly, you must embrace the fallow period. Some evenings, your energy will be low. You won't feel like doing anything productive. This is not failure. This is your brain's natural and necessary reset mechanism. These quiet moments aren't empty. Think of them like a farmer's field resting between harvests. It may look dormant, but it's quietly gathering nutrients and preparing for the next burst of creative growth. Chapter 7. Optimizing your physical and cognitive energy. Every system we've discussed runs on one fuel source, your energy. Your brain and body are the power plants of your evening. Managing them strategically is the final piece of the puzzle. Instead of forcing a full workout when you're tired, embrace the concept of movement snacking. Take tiny, energizing bites of movement throughout the evening. Every 30 minutes, simply stand up and stretch for 60 seconds. Do 5 jumping jacks between TV episodes. These aren't formal exercises. They are strategic energy boosters that fight fatigue and keep your mind sharp. You must learn to work with your energy curve. Evening energy is not a flat line. It follows a predictable wave pattern for most people. There's often an energy dip between 5 and 7 p.m., followed by a rise from 7 to 9 p.m. before it descends to prepare for sleep. Working with this natural curve is scheduling your recovery block during the dip and your growth block during the rise. It's the secret to feeling like you're working with a tailwind, not against a current. And finally, practice mental energy preservation. As we've said, your decision-making power is a depleted resource by evening. You need to establish an evening thought diet. Be ruthlessly selective about what you allow to consume your remaining mental energy. Mindless scrolling and worrying about things you can't control, that's junk food for the brain. A deep conversation, reading a good book, or creative work, that's nutrient-dense brain food. Chapter 8. The Art of Integration. These final strategies are the framework that makes all the other practices stick. This is where we bring it all together. Instead of building a wall between work and life, which only creates tension, build a life-work separation bridge. A bridge is a transition. Create a 15-minute ritual that intentionally and consciously moves you from work mode to life mode. This could be a short walk, listening to a specific playlist, or taking a quick shower. This ritual becomes your daily journey from one world to the other. When work inevitably tries to creep into your evening through a late email or a nagging thought, you must practice gentle boundaries. Don't fight it with stress and anger. That only gives it more power. Simply acknowledge the thought and then gently guide your attention back to your personal time, just as you would gently guide a puppy back to its bed. Consistent, gentle guidance is far more effective than harsh, rigid rules that are bound to break. Finally, I want you to adopt a whole life integration framework. Your evening is not a separate, disconnected part of your day. It is the foundation upon which your entire life is built. The rest you get in the evening determines the energy you have in the morning. The connection you feel in the evening fuels your resilience the next day. The growth you achieve in the evening compounds over a lifetime. By consistently choosing activities that fill you up, creating spaces that lift your spirit, and building relationships that inspire you, your evening transforms from a simple recovery period into a daily celebration of who you are becoming. You now have the systems. The choice, as always, is yours. Reclaim your evenings, and you will, quite simply, reclaim your life.